This takes a long time.
We're
Here
live.
with okay. Okay. There we go. I'm not sure. What's up? What's up, y'all?
Right.
I'm still
What's
trying to
up?
share.
Yeah, what's going on?
What's up,
Yeah, I'm
y'all?
sorry. My voice is a little bit off. I have not been feeling well, so I apologize for that in advance. But welcome, welcome. What you got, Carlita?
What's up, y'all? It's Carlita Nicole, the quirky queen herself, Chi-Town, born and bred, Texas fed. What's up? Yes, we are in the middle of the NBA playoffs. So
Right.
let's just dive into that because right now, Philly is playing Boston at game 2 in Boston, and the Sixers took game 1 in
Right.
Boston. So, and they took game 1. Now, mind you, y'all know Joel Embiid has been um, having this knee injury, but he's back and ready to play. Congrats to him for getting MVP because he definitely deserves it. So, congrats, Joel Embiid. But with Boston losing game 1 at home, which seems like to be a trend, losing these games at home. But do you think that the Celtics do the Celtics have to win this game tonight at home in order to have a chance in this series?
I mean, I don't think they have to, but I do think there's a lot of pressure on them to win this game because I don't think anybody expected them to lose the game. So it'll be interesting to see how this thing plays out. But right now,
No.
right now they're up by almost 20 points, and it's like third quarter. So I guess they have something to prove right now. So we'll see how it plays out. But I mean, I think they
Yeah.
were shocked losing that first game. And so they actually came out to play today.
Okay. Okay. Well, I feel like they came out to play in game 1, and for whatever reason, towards the end of that game, it's just like Philadelphia took over, and they look great. They look really good. James Harden looks good. He's been balling these playoffs, and now that Joel Embiid is back, hopefully this MVP title will give him a little bit more motivation. Not that he's already motivated, but we'll see how that pans out over the rest of this series. But with the Sixers and the Celtics in a 7-game series, and the 76ers already winning one on the road. What is the series like to you? Who you got?
I mean, I still really feel like um the seven. I mean, the Celtics have a good chance to win it. I think that but whoever expected the Bucks to be out in the first round. So I mean, a lot of things have been a little off. So we don't really know. But I still feel like
A
at
lot.
the end of the day, yes, I do feel like at the end of the day that the Celtics are still on another level. And I feel like even with that, they already beat the 76ers 3 out of the 4 times that they played in the regular season, even though the 76ers were able to pull. But, Embiid is going to be a different thing. The key, I think, is going to be seeing what happens with James Harden versus Marcus Smart. Like, that's going to be a really key matchup. And then Maxi, he's
Yeah.
come in. Tyrese, this little Dallas phenom, has come in and done some things. But in game
Yeah.
one, Harden scored what? How many points? Uh, 40 something points, I think. But
40. Yeah.
45 or whatever. I feel like the
Yeah.
Celtics will still probably win in 6. I don't think that it'll even go to 7, but I feel like they're the favorites, even with Embiid being healthy. And, but we'll see how that goes.
Wow. I don't know. I feel like, or maybe it's a hope. I'm hoping that this is
Right.
Joel Embiid this year, and I'm not a James Harden fan by any stretch. However, Joel Embiid has been here in playoffs, and then we see just with luck has had it in his past playoffs where they have not been able to advance far in the playoffs. Now they're in the second round, up a game, and it looks like they're about to be tied for the series, but they are going back to Philadelphia. The next game will be this weekend. So I don't know. I'm going with the 76ers in 6.
Oh, 76ers
That's
in
what I
6.
got.
Okay.
7. Yeah.
They got Boston
The
in
Sixers
6.
in 6. So, ooh, okay.
What?
We'll see. I'm okay. I mean, well, at least we both see. I don't think that this will be a sweep at all.
Right.
Especially first round. Their first round wasn't even a series, but
Right.
we gonna see. So the other matchup in the East are the Miami Heat and the New York Knicks. Now, this series is tied 1-1, and their next game is going to be Saturday in Miami. So the first 2 games were in New York in Madison Square Garden, and we saw Miami come and snatch one of those games. And right now, who out? Jimmy Butler is not playing for Miami because he was injured, and Julius Randle didn't play in the first game, but he came back in that second game and was ready. Do you hear me? Like Julius Randle came out balling and like he wasn't even injured. And I do see the difference between when he's on the court and when he's not. Like just like how Jalen Brunson has that presence on the court for the Knicks, Julius Randle also has that. So I feel like it's beneficial for the Knicks to have both Brunson and Randall in the starting lineup. And I feel like I don't even really think that, well, let me say this. I feel like the Miami Heat has gotten into the second round by the skin of their teeth. I feel like that
Right.
because the first
Yeah.
round, if Giannis was healthy for the duration of the first round, then Miami Heat wouldn't even be here. It'd be the Milwaukee Bucks versus the Knicks. So I just kind of feel like Miami's time is up. They have Jimmy Butler. They heavily depend on Jimmy Butler.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like that's going to be enough to beat the Knicks this go round. I don't. But regardless of the fact, whoever comes out between the Sixers and the Celtics are going to beat the Heat or the Knicks. That's how I feel about the East.
Yeah. I
Who
mean,
you
I
got for
feel
Miami?
Yeah, I agree. I feel like the Knicks are going to win. I feel like you said, they do depend on, and Jimmy Butler has been playing great. I mean, he's been playing great throughout this, but I don't know how sustainable that is. And not only did they make it into the second round by the hair of their chinny chin chin, they made it into the playoffs period by the hair of their chinny chin chin. So they just
They
barely
did.
was able
They
to
did
squeeze in there. New York
barely.
just has more depth, and they have their defense is different. I just feel like I don't think Miami can outlast them. And it may go 7 games, but I feel like the Knicks are going to take it.
Okay. Okay. It dang, you even giving them seven. Okay. Seeing as how they're going back to Miami. Like I don't know. I think the games in Miami get split and I don't know. I'm gonna go with the Knicks in six.
Knicks in 6.
That's what I got. Celtics in six, Sixers in six, and the Knicks in six. So okay. So moving on to the West. Oh my gosh. Yo, I feel like the series in the West this season have just they've been better, period.
Yeah.
First off, you got the Suns and the Nuggets. Now the are winning series 2-0. Okay. And the next game they're going to go be playing in Phoenix. But here's the thing. Paul George, Chris Paul is hurt. Chris
Yeah.
Paul is injured. He won't be playing in the third game, probably not the fourth game. They're expecting him to be back on the fifth game. With the Nuggets already down two, we had a conversation last week about not with the Suns down two. The conversation that we had last week was about the Suns' lack of depth. That you have to have all three of their big three healthy. You got to have Chris Paul, you got to have KD, and you got to have Devin Booker healthy. That has not been their case. And true to form with them, boom, here comes Chris Paul, and he's out. And now that he's hurt in these playoffs, like I really do feel like that will be like for the Suns because they don't have any depth. If you look at the Nuggets team, yo, the Nuggets firing from all cylinders, like everywhere. And then they got the Joker. Like, who is beating them right now?
Yeah.
It's on the Suns. Who? So, I see your brother's here. He says he hopes that we're wrong about the Knicks. And Chris Paul is hurt every year at this time. Yeah.
He is.
Yeah. But I no last season he played. Last season he played in the playoffs and I was rooting for them. Like I really wanted to see him get a ring. And now I'm just like, I'm over it.
Right. Last year,
Barry says Chris Paul's
definitely.
time is up. Youth is it for him in Phoenix. Where else he gonna go?
Right. I
This is
mean,
old
I
man
think
Chris Paul. Where else he go?
I think for me the biggest thing is
What? Chris Paul.
I think the Suns just have
Oh, go ahead.
no, I mean I'm sorry. I think the Nuggets just have more chemistry. I mean, when you think about it, Joker and Jamal Murray have literally played together since 2017. You know what I'm saying? And I think that is a
Yeah,
big thing that's
yeah.
kind of helping them. And I just don't feel like, again, Chris Paul, who I love, who I really, like you said, I cheered for last year, and I cheer for him this year. Like I want him to get it. I just don't feel like
Right.
it's gonna happen. And he's not, it's just the injuries and all of that with him being out. without having all three of their big guys help. And then God forbid, KD. I mean, I love him, but he's somewhat injury prone himself as well. So I don't know. I mean, I think
Yes. Yes.
him and his shooting and Devin Booker, they make up for a lot of weaknesses that they may have in Phoenix, but Denver just has a little bit more depth and a little bit more chemistry. I think that's going to help them, down the line to get past them. Now,
Hmm.
um, I don't know. I think this will probably be Nuggets in 6. Like I don't know that KD. I mean, yeah, KD is 30
Really?
something. Chris Paul is almost 40, and I don't know that they're gonna make it. I just feel like Nuggets probably get this in 6, maybe 7, but probably 6.
Really? Dang, you giving Phoenix a lot of credit for CP3 to be out and injured for the next 2 games. No, I'm going Nuggets in 4.
What?
I do. I think they're gonna sweep. I think the Nuggets gonna sweep the Suns without CP3. The thing is, we have seen teams get beat and the lead scorer score 40 something points. And I feel like KD could have a good game in these next couple of games and they could still lose. And I know that they're going to be playing in Phoenix, but I just don't think they have the talent, the depth to beat the Nuggets at all. I don't. Barron said Chris Paul will make a good. Matthew says he has the IQ to do so, but he's an a-hole and players don't like him. Yo, dang. I guess not. And 5. You got 5 games. Okay, 5 for the Suns and Nuggets. I'm saying 4, y'all. I really think that the Nuggets can sweep the
Wow.
Suns without a healthy Chris Paul. They need all 3. So let's go. Let's see how that works. We're gonna see. Let's see how this next game goes. The next game is gonna be this Friday, like I said, and it'll be in Phoenix. Okay, so this last series, and I know it's somebody on here that's watching right now, waiting for us to have a conversation
Right.
about this here game. Okay, so Warriors Lakers game 1 was last night in Golden State. And I don't know about y'all, but I was like, they got this, blah, 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 blah. Yo, Golden State had this game up until sometime in the fourth quarter. I don't know what happened. It's just like they weren't able to knock down shots. And I feel like rebounding was an issue towards the end of the game. Then they were missing free throws too. And it's like, what? So I'm just not sure. Like, I hate this matchup. I absolutely hate that this is a semifinals matchup between the Warriors and the Lakers. I
Right.
definitely give the Warriors the leg up because the Warriors in the playoffs, you can never count them out. However, my issue with the Lakers is that they play like depending on the mood that they're in. Like that's the thing. It's like they can turn it on, and when they turn it on and all of the players are on board with it, they play like a championship team. But that is few and far between. The game that AD played in the first game, that's like one every 4 or 5 games. Like it's not consistent with the Lakers. It's not consistent with LeBron. It's like you have to tell them to turn it on. But I don't even know what makes them because it's like some games that are like must wins, they still come out and they're like really lackadaisical. And it's just like, what are y'all doing? They're not playing with any type of any type of go get them, no
Urgency.
gut and grit, nothing like that. And I'm like, dag, what is the deal? So it's frustrating for me to watch the Lakers because it's this attitude and this ego with this team. It's like, well, I'm not gonna play today. I'll play tonight. But I don't see that with the Warriors. The Warriors come out and they play, all of them. You see Jordan Poole is like, shoot, Steph can't shoot, I'ma shoot. And
Right.
Jordan Poole shot the last shot of the game. Now, mind y'all, this shot was like, I feel like it was closer to half court than it was the 3-point line. And he wasn't like, nobody was guarding him. Like, he had space to get closer to the 3-point line and get a better shot. And he did. Do you feel like he should have taken that shot?
I mean, at that point in that game, shots weren't falling anyway. So I guess he just felt like, what the heck? Let me just, go ahead and take my thing. I think for me, the biggest thing in this series is that all of these dudes are so smart. Like the IQ, like LeBron, Steph Curry, Draymond. I mean, it's not just a skill level game, it's an IQ series. You know what I'm saying? Like it's all of the above. Because like you said, at any point, the Warriors have the capability to just go lights out shooting and you cannot stop it. Like when they're on, it's hard to cover anything. Steph can just close his eyes, turn around, throw it up, and it's gonna fall. So Barron says Warriors in 6. Matthew says Lakers in 6, and it's crazy. Now Barron says because LeBron is old and Steph knows it, and then Matthew says because Steph is overrated. I wouldn't say anybody is overrated at this point. You know what I'm saying? It'll be a clean look is a clean look. You just missed a shot. That's basketball. Yeah. I mean, I agree. He took the shot. He was open. I agree. But my biggest thing is to me in this series, it'll be what happens between Draymond, Anthony Davis, and probably LeBron, because Draymond is probably going to guard either or between LeBron and Anthony Davis sometimes. And to me, the most spotty of them is AD. Sometimes AD comes out and he's playing hard, and then sometimes, you blow on him and his fingernails start hurting and he can't go. You know what I'm saying? So I think Draymond, we know what Draymond is going to do. And I do feel Draymond is going to be on Bron and he's going to be on AD. AD to me is going to be the matchup that's going to determine what happens. There are some days that he's going to say, oh, yeah, I can go. Yeah. And he's going to come in and take over and start doing stuff. But there's going to be some days that he punks out and just does nothing. So Draymond doesn't have those days.
Right. 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 No, I agree with you on that. I do feel like, well, Looney, don't forget about Looney too, because there's the Looney AD matchup. Draymond can't seem to stay out of foul trouble these days. And I still think that the Warriors will win this series, and I would go just because of the way that it's shaping up. And the Warriors these playoffs have been playing these really tight series. I'm gonna go Warriors in 7.
Oh no.
And I hate that. I hate that it even goes to 7. I hate that. What do you think?
I think if it goes 7, then I don't. If it goes 7, then I do feel like who can guard AD? Are we tripping here? I mean, anyway. Okay. Anyway,
all you do is double team Steph to leave one of the other great shooters that Golden State has wide open. Jordan shot, but trust and believe he made 6 threes prior to that. So
I kind of like
can't just be like,
if the Lakers can get it done in 6, then I feel like the Lakers probably have the advantage. I feel like if it goes to 7, then Golden State has a little bit more, probably more energy to take a series to 7. You know what I'm saying? But
Yes, yes, yes.
I do feel like the Lakers have a chance to win this in 6 if everybody shows up to play every night.
Hey, Sean, thank you for tuning in. Shout out Sports Con that we're going to miss
Right?
this summer because I'll be recovering from surgery.
I
But we'll
mean,
be
yeah.
back.
Okay.
um, right. So, what is this? So, Matthew. First of all, Looney and AD up with rebounds, definitely, but I think AD has the scoring um, over
Advantage.
Looney, of course,
Mhm.
but I'm not saying like don't sleep on Looney either, because at the end of the day, like what Sadell was saying, if it comes down to which team is going to look better by the 7th game, is going to be Golden State. The Lakers get people out, like they do their load management. The Lakers have done a like I don't know the series, like they look good in the first 1, 2, 3 games, then they just start looking real tired. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like with Golden State, like their conditioning's just better. Like they're willing to play a whole 48 minutes and can play a 7 game series. So I don't think that the Lakers will be able to do and be consistent doing that. The horrible matchup for Golden State. They hit 21 threes last night and still lost. Uh it's not, I don't think it's just a horrible matchup. Yes, right. That's what I'm saying, Baron. He did have 23 rebounds. So yeah, I'm not sleeping on Looney. That's Matthew. Matthew said LeBron has almost a perfect record in 7 games. We still
Almost.
have the best duo in the league.
Almost.
Like what? There's plenty of other people that can be comparable, if not better, to that duo in
I'm
this
just
here
saying
league.
almost is almost. And I mean,
um,
it's nothing against, LeBron, the Lakers or nothing. I'm just saying I just want to see a good series. I don't care who wins. You know what I'm saying? Like I just want to see a good
yeah.
series. I do feel like AD had 23 rebounds,
I
30 points.
I do care who wins.
Right. I know you don't want the Lakers to
Yes,
win, and I
can
do
he
get
do
that.
that?
Yeah, I don't.
I'm not going for the Lakers. Period. Like
I'm not going. I just want to see. I
I'm
just feel
not.
like it's going to
I'm
be a
not.
really
This
good
is
series.
yes, absolutely. I think it'll be fantastic basketball. But overall, I just feel like I do care who wins as far as the Lakers and the Warriors. Let me tell you why. I don't want the Lakers to get this false sense of hope to make it to the Western Conference Finals and think that they're going to go to the finals and think that they're about to do have another bubble championship. Like, no, I don't want to see the Lakers get big
Wait,
headed, have a bigger ego than they already do. I'm sick of
wait,
Lakers and Lakers fans. Listen,
wait,
what I would
wait. So
love to see happen, I love to see the Warriors win another championship. I love to see Steph win another ring, one more ring than LeBron. I would love to see and hear Steph in a lot more of the GOAT conversation. Because Steph is what, 35, 13 seasons, and still in his prime. He's still playing better than 95% of the league, and a majority of them are younger than him. He still got the best shot in the league. He runs 3+ miles plus a game. We ain't worried about him getting tired. We ain't worried about Steph losing his shot and stuff. He may miss a couple of shots here and there, but trust and believe it ain't gonna stay like that. So I more than anything, like, yes, I would love to see the Warriors win. Now, what happens if the Warriors or the Lakers, whoever wins in this series, are they going to be able to beat the Denver Nuggets? Is anybody going to be able to beat the Denver Nuggets? Who has the best chance of beating the Denver Nuggets? Right now, we already said the Sixers, the Celtics, Lakers, and the Warriors. Between those four teams, who can? Who's going to beat Denver?
Well, I
Gosh,
think even
man,
regardless of all of that, LeBron and AD have never lost a playoff series in which they were both healthy and available. And that's true. The question is, are they going to
both
be both
healthy.
healthy and available for the whole series? Because that's the issue that has happened. I mean, AD has been somewhat injury prone. So if they're able, which is what I said earlier, if they're able to
Very
sustain and stay healthy, then yeah, I would say that they can win. But I also know that, AD may trip on something coming out the locker room and then be out for 2 games. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing.
That's not funny,
Now,
but it
the
is.
one thing that he did also
The
say,
Lakers
he
have
was
the
just
best defense in the league.
since the trade.
Go ahead. What I don't know. I
So Barron
the Lakers
says,
have decent defense.
yeah, Barron says, who wants to
Go ahead.
see Denver and the Lakers? Come on, man. Denver versus Warriors to see if the Nuggets can dethrone them. Warriors know it's within reach. Yeah.
Yes,
I mean, I guess
yes.
for
I would.
me, again, I just kind
I
of go
would
back
prefer the
to,
Warriors.
I want to see a good series. Great. And if the Lakers can stay healthy and have both of them available, because again, when you start talking about, like you mentioned before, load management and all of that stuff that they do, it does make it different
Yes.
because if you're used to having load management and then now all of a sudden you having to play heavy minutes, that's also going to end up possibly being a factor. So,
Yep. Exactly. That's all I'm saying. And if you do go to 7 games, and then after that you play hardcore Denver, like, yeah, I let's go Warriors. But I do want to know, y'all answer the question: who has the best chance of beating the Denver Nuggets out of the teams that are left? The Warriors, the Lakers, the Sixers, the Celtics. And I think about, when I think about Denver, of course, like, you have to think about the Joker. You have to think about who's going to defend him. And out of all of those teams, A probably your best. But then when you take into account all the other factors, like, I don't know, yo. I would give that to the 76ers or to the Warriors. I would. Like, but I mean, I'm not even anti Denver. I think Denver has an extremely talented squad. So, like, it's going to be interesting, and it's sad because I'm just completely counting out the Phoenix Suns, but I am, because they're playing
right.
Denver and Chris Paul is hurt.
Oh yeah. The Celtics they're literally just demolishing the 76ers right now.
What's the score?
It's like
What's the score?
114 It's like 114-81. Like it's ridiculous. And yeah, that's crazy.
Oh,
It's like
really?
awful. Yeah, so
Austin
they're gonna
Reeves
have to
is slept
regroup
on,
on
and
that.
Vanderbilt has arguably been the best perimeter defender. He and Schroeder held Steph to 10-24 from the field, and that's with him getting hot in the fourth when Vanderbilt was on the bench. Yo, I'm not saying that the Lakers don't have depth in defense right now because they do, but when it comes to Denver, I don't see going that the Lakers going to 7 games with the Warriors and then turning around and playing Denver in a 7 game series and winning. I just don't see that. He said Denver has an identity crisis. When you watch them, you can't tell who's the leader on offense. That doesn't mean they have an identity crisis. Man, Matthew, you're reaching. You're reaching. And B Harrison says it stagnates an already motionless offense. God dang. You talking about the MVP like that? You're not gonna put no respect on the MVP's name.
No respect with a
What
K.
happened to James Harden? The same. James Harden came out playing, balling. He came out balling, and I'm hoping to see Embiid ball through this series and stuff because I really do think that the 76ers Celtics series will be a great series, but I'm definitely team Embiid on this one. We'll
Yeah, I
see.
think
We
the
shall see.
Celtics are
All of this
gonna
is
pull
going to
that
be
one through.
interesting.
Yeah, I think the Celtics gonna take that one.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm looking over at this bracket, and I don't know who's gonna beat the Nuggets for real, for real. Like I feel like the Nuggets take it home this season because they are so good. Like they're well rounded in every aspect. They got defense, they got offense, they got big, they're fast. They can slow the game down. They can do so much. And yeah, it. I don't know. We gotta see. Um, what Matthew? Okay, so he says now he watches almost every game. I forgot we already ran through those boys when Murray was playing the best ball of his life. The Sixers will not be Boston. Tatum and Jalen is nasty. They are.
So
They
this is
are.
my thing, though. To be honest, if any team can beat Denver, it's Boston to me.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
I think the Celtics. I think the
Why?
Celtics
Why
would
do you
have.
think that? I
Can
don't
you hear me?
know. I, yeah, I can hear you. I'm just trying to understand the comment. Why do you think Boston could beat them?
I mean, I feel like Denver right now has had a head. I mean, had a leg up on a lot of things right now, but Boston also plays with a lot. And I mean, to be honest, if you look at even Vegas, which is usually really accurate, they have Boston as the favorite.
Yeah.
But I think offensively, a lot of things happened to them last year. They failed last year. They've made a the change. Like they, to me, they own right now. They own the most significant point differential in winning games. They average at least 6 points or something like that a game. And I feel like even though last year they couldn't get it done, Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown, I mean, just them, like they've had a new focus. Like they came in, and I feel like they are great contenders to win. So I feel like if anybody can beat them right now, it'll be the Celtics. Now, of course, I I don't know that it's gonna happen, but I'm saying they would have the best odds. But I don't think right now with the Joker and Jamal Murray, I feel like they'll win. But if anybody has a chance, I feel like it'll be the Celtics more than anybody else. That anybody else on this thread is going to start throwing out real quick.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Hey, Nick. Baron says who won the NBA championship. Well, right. Okay. We know. Matt says that Tatum was playing with a broken hand, and the rest always she could go to State because they're the alphabet gang capital. What?
This dude is funny.
Right. Okay. Whatever.
I
Gosh,
mean,
Matthew.
I like Golden State.
No, man. Yeah, I love Golden State. I love watching Steph play. Like watching Steph and Ja. Like they're two like really incredible people to watch on the court. It's just dope watching them, and to see how Steph just makes shots out of nowhere and like real awkward shots and stuff. Like he practices that stuff. Like it's super dope. Um. Okay, so real quick, let's go into the NFL because we just had the NFL draft and a lot of people have been commenting, sending us stuff and tagging us and stuff about our Dallas Cowboys draft and about the NFC East now because the Feagles and all of who they drafted. So, long story short, my Dallas Cowboys, our first pick in the first round was the defensive lineman Mozzie Smith out of Michigan. And we need another defensive lineman healthy, right? You know, young and healthy. Our second pick, we got a tight end from Michigan as well. So they played together, Mozzie Smith and Luke Schoonmaker. They played together in Michigan. We also got a linebacker from Texas, Overshown. I was glad about that. We got an edge rusher, Fihoko from St. Jose State, another offensive tackle, a corner, a running back, Deuce Vaughn, who his dad works with our team front office. So congratulations for him. That was a super dope story to see this dad be able to call his son and ask his son, did he want to come to work with him? That was dope. So his son will be there. And then we also drafted Jalen Brooks, a receiver from South Carolina. So I feel like with all of what we drafted, I feel like we put together a dang good team. We had a really good draft. And people are saying, boo, no, partly because like we didn't get Bijan Robinson. We didn't. Atlanta got him. And I was hurt because go Texas. But we still got a Texas player, still got a Longhorn, and we were still able to get pieces to fill in those voids that we had, whether it was offensive line, D line, whether it was special teams, and we have options now where we didn't have, we got rid of Zeke. I was a little nervous about that because Paul is back from injury too, but now we got some options in running back. And we also, y'all know, we got Brandon Cooks from Houston as a receiver as well. So our Cowboys are looking good, right? I'm glad about what our Cowboys look like now. But Sadeo, here it goes, where I'm trying to be happy about our draft, and I be doggone that every time I look up the daggone Philadelphia Eagles are drafting somebody from Alabama, from their championship team, everybody from Georgia's defense. They got 4 players from Georgia's defense, and they got players from Alabama's offense, both of those national championship winning teams. I think that's the ghettoest mess ever in life. It was super smart, but I hope it blows on your face. That's not nice. But I promise you, it's frustrating for me. Like, I watched this draft and cringed every single time I saw the Feagles. And it's like, dang, y'all gonna take the whole Georgia defense?
Yeah.
And they said, yes. Yes, we are. And Alabama's offense. Like, dang, y'all trying to give anybody a chance to win? I hope, let me tell you, you remember, what was this, like 2 seasons ago? We had a conversation pre-football season about our whole squad, and everybody in Dallas was lit because on paper, we had the dopest team in the league. Wasn't nobody beating us, period. And then what happened? As soon as the season starts, and it's like we started up here, and people was like, "What happened? What happened? What happened? What happened?" It didn't pan out how it was on paper. Did not roll over into the field. And I hope, for the sake of everybody in the NFC East, that happens with this season. So, Dale,
Well,
what you think?
so a couple things. I don't feel like we had a bad draft. I mean, I feel like the thing that probably helped us the most was that before the draft, we picked up some pieces that we needed. You know, we picked up a running back, we picked up a corner. We filled some spaces that we needed before the draft. And even though people were complaining about getting Mazi in that first round, we needed somebody who could plug up the run, and that's what he does. And so I think that was, you know, a decent pick. We needed another tight end. We got another tight end. So I don't feel like we did bad. I feel like we did okay in what we got. I mean, I think that the fact that before the draft, the moves that we made before the draft helped us to be able to do that. I do feel like they're still holding on a little bit of money for Zeke. You know, once this is done, maybe he'll still be a Cowboy. I don't know, you know, whatever. I don't know. Anyway, now, as far as
you said it though. You said it.
I'm just saying, you know, but now, as far as the Eagles, yeah, I mean, the Eagles had an A+ rating draft. Like, they went and got some horses and dogs and bulls and whatever else.
Yeah.
I think for us, the difference is the year that we had this A+ draft, we didn't have good coaches. We didn't have good offensive coordinator. You know what I'm saying? We had great looks on paper, but we didn't have the people to actually make it work. That's not necessarily the case with the Eagles. And man, I mean, they look really good. I mean, when you talk about, like you said, you got D tackle, linebacker, and a corner from Georgia. O lineman from Alabama. I mean, they pulled in a great haul, and they filled some key spots that they needed, and that does make it dangerous for us because they were already looking good, and they literally just shored up every point of everything that they had a slight weakness at. So it doesn't look good for us at all. And to be honest, it doesn't look good for not just NFC East. It doesn't look good for NFC nothing because they're dangerous right now.
Yes.
they're dangerous. And yeah,
Yes.
I don't know. Yeah,
Yeah.
so
And
Barry
said
says,
Ronald
you know, once
Jones.
Terry cuts you, it's over. See, you wouldn't want to be you. But the only reason why I say is because Zeke really wants to be
That's
a
the
cowboy.
wrong parent. Yes,
Zeke
he
really wants to be
does.
a cowboy, and I
And
feel
Deuce
like
Vaughn is working out with him too.
right, yeah,
Oh, so Matthew did ask us a question about the officiating earlier. And let me I don't necessarily think it's the officiating as much as I think it's the rules. Because the
right,
rules have changed so drastically over the years to where like you cannot touch a quarterback. You breathe on a quarterback too much, then boom, it's a wrap. You're getting called you, with flags and stuff. And I feel like the I mean because refereeing is it has that human element, so you can make mistakes. We can't expect the referees to see everything with their eye. That's why they have replay and so on and so forth. But I think that refereeing across the board in all of these sports. I mean, we see it in NBA right now. People they're complaining about refereeing. It's gonna be like that in the NFL so long as the rules stay the same. So I don't necessarily think that that makes a sport whack, as Matthew said. I don't think that makes football whack. Does it make basketball whack when the refs call stuff for LeBron, and put LeBron line constantly? No, you're not thinking that. So whatever. No, I think that that's just a human element to the sport that it is what it is. I mean, unless they change the rules, then it's just is. When is the
Matthews.
play dead?
So the play is dead.
Phil
Basically,
Donahue
if
told everybody he and other refs were thinking, what?
he said keep LeBron out of this. So
Keep
the
LeBron
play
out
is
of this. I
dead
will
whenever.
not keep LeBron out of
Do not get her started on LeBron. But a play is dead if the player hits the ground, is tackled, runs out of bounds, or if the ref whistles the play dead. If there's no forward progression. I mean, I don't
period.
know that I understand where we're going with that question, unless it's I don't know. I mean, unless it's in regards to quarterbacks being tackled after something and getting penalties. I'm not sure, but I mean, there's a number of things that cause a play to go dead, so yeah, it just depends.
Yeah.
But I do agree, Carlita, that it's more the rules and adjusting to the rules. You know what I'm saying? Like players that are rushing the QB and then all of a sudden they stop and pull up because they don't want to touch him. You know what I'm saying? Like it just does make it a little odd and different. Oh, so he's saying it's supposed to be dead when the player touches the out of bounds line. So why does a receiver have to
Exactly.
maintain possession until the play is over? Yeah, I mean, I don't know that that's new. So, um, anyway, but yeah, I think it is just the rules in general. So what's crazy is there was this guy who was trying to start, or he may have started it. You remember when we went to SportsCon and there was a guy there and he basically had this organization that he was starting up where the fans could petition the NFL for rules and rule changes and things like that. And he was trying to get
Oh
buy-in for it.
yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I was like, I don't think the fans should have that kind of control or say over that because,
Yeah.
we're not out there playing, I don't think. But
Right.
I don't
Right.
know, if that happened or if that's something, but that may be something you could look into, Matthew.
Yeah, I can't think of the name of the business, but yes, there's definitely somebody that was trying to lobby for that at SportsCon. Um, okay, so real quick, while he's talking about that, so another team, real quick, that I just wanted to mention that we all need to be on the lookout for are the daggone New York Jets. Aaron Rodgers has become their starting quarterback, their GM and owner. Okay, like Aaron Rodgers has bought Green Bay with him. I need this player, this player, this player. Real Cobb just got signed yesterday. Aaron Rodgers is like, you're coming with me, okay? Because that's his trusty dusty. Aaron Rodgers and Randall Cobb, Aaron Rodgers, Alan
Right.
Lazard. Um, so
I
now
mean,
they are in New York with him, and he is y'all. Aaron Rodgers ain't wasting no time. He is sitting on the sidelines at the Knicks games in Madison Square Garden saying, "I am one. I am we are one. We are together. I am a New York Knicks fan. I am part of the New York everything." Okay? Like he has embraced all of it, and it's scary. It's scary because I don't want him to do in New York what Brady did in Tampa Bay his
but that's
first
what it
season there.
seems like. That's what it looks like he's headed toward. That's what it looks like because he's like he has something to prove. You know what I'm saying? And that's the same thing with Tom Brady because everybody was saying he couldn't do it without being in New
Yeah,
England. And so I feel like Aaron Rodgers is
yeah.
like, cool. Everybody's saying I'm washed up. Everybody's saying I'm done. Let me call my dudes in, which is the same thing Tom Brady did, is called his people and created his team and won that thing.
He did. He did. He took everybody with him that he wanted and needed, and that was just it wasn't okay. Barrett says it's a corporation. The NFL fires the ref. Phantom calling, part of the business. Cowboys are back in favor after Zeke and offensive coordinator departed. See you when what I see you in movie. That's funny. Gosh. Aaron he said Aaron Rodgers is no Tom Brady. Um, but he is still A Ron, okay? And you don't count out Ron. Did you see Ron win a playoff game with one leg? One. Sadell, you remember that? I know you remember that because I had a whole fit about it. Like I was like, he got one leg and he winning.
Yeah, and I mean,
Aaron Rodgers
that's
was
just to
hopping around the
me,
field throwing.
that's the thing that to me, like, even in basketball, like you can't discount some of these people, even though you may not like them. Like you can't discount Aaron
No.
Rodgers. You can't discount Tom Brady. You can't, you know what I'm saying? I mean, same in basketball. I'm not a Lakers fan, but I know that LeBron is great.
Discount that.
Just, I'm not a girl, you name me. But I'm just saying, even just like you can't say that Steph sucks because Steph is one of the great. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like there's just some people that you cannot just discount just because. And Matthew saying his team put him out the game every year, blah, blah, blah. That's cool. That's great. That's whatever. But Aaron Rodgers is still one of the greatest. He is. That's just that.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, he is. Absolutely. Absolutely. He's still Hall of Famer, future Hall of Famer, Aaron Rodgers, period. So
For
okay, we
sure.
gotta get ready to wrap this up.
Yes.
Okay, so real quick, I know I made the announcement last week, and Sadell Sadell kind of checked me a little bit, but in a great way, like because I kind of threw it out there and didn't like grease it up to let it be smooth. So y'all, once again, I am having brain surgery. And I am, the brain surgery is now, I think, less than 5 weeks away. And so we will be going on hiatus for the summer after that. And we'll keep you posted. It'll be June 6th. And like I said last week, this is gonna be this gonna be taken off my head and operated on and then put back on with some titanium plates. So I am losing my mind right now. I am not in a good space mentally and emotionally, and I'm just, it's a lot. It's a lot. So if you guys would say prayers, um, I have a GoFundMe because there's no way right now that I can take care of all of our needs. The GoFundMe is posted on my page. It's pinned at the top. Um, if you can't donate, like even if you send a message of positivity, encouragement, I would really appreciate it. I have so much on my plate right now that is like inhumane for someone to go through right now. So it's just a lot. And so I really need all the positivity, all the love, all the good stuff because I got a lot of crap going on right now. And it's really bad. And it's just awful. And I don't wish this on anybody, any good people. You know what I'm saying? But I just going to keep updated and posted on everything. I'm going to, keep writing about it. I'm going to heal out loud through the surgery, through my breakup, through starting over life anew. Because I'm starting from scratch with nothing, and it's very difficult. Um, so once again, just keep praying and sending good vibes and stuff. But just know I do this show and come out, both of us go through life and we still, give it our best shot when we do Dope Sports Chicks. But life still happens and still it's hard and it sucks right now. And this is just historically my worst month of the year anyway, because it's just filled with so much trauma and it's just gotten worse. And now I have my birthday coming up. I have Mother's Day. I'll be doing my surgery, and I don't have family and stuff here, so I'll be having to recover, on my own. And it's a lot. So keep me in your prayers. And thank you guys for all of the love and support thus far. And thank you to everybody that has donated thus far.
Yeah. So
That's it.
it is a lot. And you know, like Carlita said, even the show helps um just to, take your mind off things. But, it's just a lot that's
Right.
going on. And just a stressful time. But we definitely are praying for you. And Andre, Carlita's having brain surgery on June 6th. And so it's just a lot. There is a GoFundMe, and I also shared it on my page as well. And if you could just share it, you know, um, even if you can't donate, just share it so whoever can help, because it is a lot. I mean, it's Carlita and her son, and moving into a new place, trying to get settled, trying to pay bills, trying to have procedures not covered by insurance prior to the brain surgery. So it's a lot that has to happen. And
Yeah.
but yeah.
Let me I know that there is Um, I have I guess on my page and Sadale's page, I couldn't put that's the GoFundMe. I couldn't link it to our stream, but you could go to either one of our pages, and I'll put it on Dope Sports Chicks as well. So thank you guys. We appreciate your support. We do. We really really do.
Uh,
Oh, thank. Well, that's all we have for tonight, y'all. You
sorry,
have anything else, Adele?
I'm trying to copy the link so we can put it in the comments, but it's not allowing me to, Matthew. Yeah, it's not allowing me to. I was trying to copy the link to put it in the comments, but it's not allowing me to do that. But anyway, it is on our pages. So we'll be in prayer, and Carlita, like she said, she'll keep updating, and then the next few weeks we'll take a break, and I'll keep you guys updated on how she's doing, and we'll go from there. But in the meantime, if no one told you this week that they love you, just know that we love you and we appreciate you for tuning in and hanging out with us. Thanks, Andre. That's what I'm talking about. Andre posted the link. We love you. We appreciate you guys so much for all your support, for tuning in, for hanging
Thank
with
you,
us
Andre.
and rocking with us all these years. And so if no one told you they love you, just know that we love you. That's it. Peace out.
See you guys. Get it. It's super slow.